Ever meet someone and just know, without them saying a word, where they are from? From the way they walk, smile, pose for photos, down to how they do their makeup. These small, almost invisible details carry generations of culture. So, in today's video, we're unmasking the 7 subtle ways to tell a Korean, Chinese, and Japanese apart from just their vibes alone. And if there's one thing you'll figure out by the end of this video, the vibes don't lie. If you ever find yourself on a subway in Tokyo, Seoul, or Shanghai, take a moment to look at the makeup. This is one of the most subtle yet telling ways to read cultural aesthetics. Makeup isn't just beauty, it's identity. And in each country, it communicates a very different vibe. Japanese makeup often favors soft mauve brown or dusty rose tones that flatter without shouting. Lip products are glossy or satin, rarely matte, and foundation is light with a satin matte finish that looks like real skin. The overall goal is approachability with grace. Eyes are subtly defined with brown liner and faint shimmer, and lashes are curled but never clumpy. Many Japanese women aim for a Bambi look, but try to keep it minimal and soft. In Korea, every element has intention. Puffy eye bags are enhanced to create a look of youthful innocence, often paired with straight lashes that open the eyes rather than lift them. Instead of heavy contour on the skin, the focus is on brightness, lavender or cool pink blush, and gradient lip tints that make the lips look soft and bitten. Even the men apply makeup. Especially among younger Koreans, the vibe is performance-ready, blending innocence and chic in a very aware way. In China, especially in cosmopolitan cities like Shanghai, Suzhou, and Hangzhou, makeup is unapologetically attention-grabbing. Think full-coverage matte base with clean edges, heavy nose contour to sharpen the profile, and vibrant blush placed high on the cheeks or across the nose in manhua, comic-style patterns. Lips are usually the focal point. Bold, clean reds or blurred chili tones with high pigment. This style is about confidence, trend fluency, and always being camera-ready. Where Japanese makeup whispers and Korean makeup balances, Chinese makeup makes a bold statement. You can learn a lot about someone by how they pose for the camera. In Japan, Korea, and China, the differences in posing styles are almost like a silent language. And once you notice them, they're hard to unsee. In China, posing is about individuality, trend fluency, and a touch of drama. Influenced by Douyin, Chinese TikTok, and the fashion-forward Guoqiao, national chic movement, poses often incorporate vibrant elements, exaggerated sleeves, props like fans or flowers, dramatic fashion, and coordinated backgrounds. You'll see people holding luxury handbags at just the right angle, walking mid-step in posed motion shots, or creating full-body power poses against architectural backdrops. There's a strong awareness of the Instagrammable moment, sometimes even bringing ring lights or reflectors to cafe shoots. The goal isn't just to look good, it's to look distinct. In Japan, posing is quiet in tone, almost respectful in form. Things like soft peace signs, not too close to the face, slight head tilts, and hands neatly placed or clasped in front. Even in group shots, people keep their personal space with no dramatic lean-ins. Many Japanese women adopt the innocent cute vibe known as kawaii-kei, where you avoid bold facial expressions and instead channel elegance or natural playfulness. Poses often reference purikura, Japanese photo booths, and slight smiles. The goal is not to stand out too much, but to harmonize with the group. Taking photos in Korea is almost an art form. From friend selfies to professional photo shoots, it's all about capturing a high-production look. Common poses include finger hearts, cheek pokes, V-lines under the chin, and strong eye contact with a bit of pout. Korean poses draw heavily from K-pop idols and Instagram influencers. You'll often see people experimenting with hand angles, tilts, or standing poses that highlight their outfit. In fact, the concept of aura photos is a thing. with people aiming to radiate a specific vibe through their posture, styling, and facial expression. You can fake an accent, but you can't fake how you text. The way someone types, what emojis they use, or even how they end a sentence can reveal volumes about where they're from. In Korea, texting is mostly casual. Text messages are filled with hearts, stickers, and expressiveness. Adding yo or repetitive endings like or gajaang creates a cute or friendly tone. Friends often match their texting style to each other's, and many young Koreans maintain entire conversations in GIFs, reaction images, or Kakao Talk stickers, often with celebrity faces. In China, texting tends to be fast-paced and witty. Abbreviations, number codes, and meme language are common. 666 means awesome, 88 is bye-bye, and 520 stands for I love you. There's a strong emphasis on efficiency and coolness, with full sentences being rare and punctuation being omitted altogether unless for dramatic effect. Digital slang mixes with Tongchenghua, local dialects in texting form. People might say "shi-si," social death, as a humorous way of expressing embarrassment, or drop a "ha-ha" for a casual chuckle. Japanese texting culture leans toward formality, especially in first interactions or group chats. Phrases are typically short and humble, with indirect expressions that avoid sounding too assertive. You'll often see honorifics or softeners like "I'm sorry" or "if it's okay with you," even in casual messages. Kaomoji, Japanese emoticons, are still popular and are often used instead of Western-style emojis to express subtle feelings. Texts from Japanese friends might seem overly cautious, but it comes from a deep cultural focus on not imposing or causing discomfort. It might seem like a simple "thank you," but how someone reacts to compliments says a lot about the social values they grew up with. Whether it's brushing it off, bouncing it back, or owning it gracefully, each culture in East Asia has its own rhythm when it comes to compliments. In Japanese culture, openly accepting praise can feel awkward or even arrogant, so compliments are often met with humility. A common reply might be, "That's not true, not at all," accompanied by a small chuckle or a hand wave. Even if the compliment is genuine, the response often downplays the effort. This stems from the cultural value of restraint and not standing out too much. In China, the go-to response is often a straightforward "xie," thanks, but with a tone that feels casually proud, not boastful. Compliment someone's outfit and they might say, "Thanks, I just got it," often adding where they bought it or how they got a good deal. It's not seen as arrogant to acknowledge that you like how you look. People may follow up with "huan hao la," it's okay, to balance confidence with humility. Compliments are often seen as normal parts of social interaction, not something to be shy about. Compliment someone in Korea, and you'll likely get a cheerful "thank you," often followed by a playful deflection like "jinjayo? Really?" or "annyeyo? No way," said with a grin. It's common to bounce compliments back. "You're so pretty," might be met with "No, you're pretty." This back and forth is more than just politeness. It's a kind of social bonding ritual. Compliments are part of the expressive emotional language in Korean friendships, and the goal is often to keep the mood warm and mutually affirming. How and when people smile, especially around strangers, can reveal a surprising amount about their cultural wiring. In East Asia, where emotional expression is often shaped by unspoken rules, the way someone smiles might be one of the most intuitive ways to sense where they're from. In Japan, smiling often isn't about showing how you feel. It's about keeping things smooth and comfortable for the group. You'll notice smiles that are small, quiet, and controlled, especially in public or professional settings. This kind of smiling is part of the concept of outward appearances for social harmony. Even if someone's tired or uncomfortable, they might still smile as a way to avoid conflict or awkwardness. Korean smiles can range from big and bashful to wide and cheerful, depending on the situation and relationship. Around friends or peers, you'll often see bright, toothy grins paired with laughter, hand gestures, or even shoulder nudges. But around elders, superiors, or in formal settings, smiling shifts into a more reserved but still sincere expression. The ability to adapt one's smile to context is almost instinctive in Korea and reveals a lot about social intelligence and emotional tone. In China, a smile is often genuine but not exaggerated. It's used freely in casual, friendly exchanges, like chatting with a barista or bumping into a friend. Among younger people, smiling is often casual and confident, and it's less bound by hierarchy. A guy might flash a relaxed grin while teasing his friends, or give a half smile during witty banter. It's approachable without being overly curated, blending sincerity with a sense of social ease. It might sound strange, but just watching how someone walks through a train station or down the road can give you real clues about where they're from. Walking is more than just getting from point A to B. It reflects pace of life, social etiquette, and even national mindset. In China, walkers often project a moving with intent energy. There's weight to each step, not necessarily slow, but grounded. People walk with a broader stance, more arm movement, and direct eye lines. It's not uncommon to see someone walking while video calling or sipping tea. You'll also notice people walking like they know they're being seen. In business districts or shopping zones, this can even border on a subtle catwalk, with posture upright, pace consistent, and body language saying, "I know where I'm going." In Japan, you'll notice people tend to walk in straight lines, often in narrow single-file formations, especially on escalators or busy sidewalks. On a crowded platform in Tokyo, people won't bump into each other despite the sheer number. Personal space is respected, and there's unspoken choreography at play. Even during rush hour, Japanese walking carries a sense of quiet control, with nobody rushing in a way that disrupts the collective flow. The Korean walk reflects pali-pali, hurry-hurry culture, a collective tempo that values speed and efficiency. You'll often see people walking briskly with long strides, heads slightly forward, eyes glued to their phones while weaving around others. Sidewalks in Seoul are like fast-moving conveyor belts. What's fascinating is how smooth yet urgent the pace feels. People adapt quickly to obstacles, sidestepping intuitively or crossing intersections with a mix of timing and assertiveness. The walk itself feels like an extension of their dynamic, high-pressure lifestyle. In East Asia, tradition isn't always about grand rituals or ancient temples. Sometimes it's in the way a holiday is celebrated, a gesture of respect, or even what someone wears during a special occasion. In Korea, tradition and modernity exist side by side. You'll find traditional hanbok being worn in palace grounds and for formal photo shoots, while young people nearby livestream with K-beauty filters. Ancestral rites like jisa, honoring family lineage with food offerings, are still practiced by many, especially during Kuseog or Lunar New Year. Yet greetings might be sent via Kakao Talk and ceremonies live-streamed to relatives abroad. This blending is especially visible during weddings, where the traditional paibeg ceremony with bowing and tea often follows a Western-style aisle walk. Korea's respect for tradition isn't about staying frozen in time. It's about adapting rituals to fit fast-paced, tech-savvy lives. In Japan, tradition is quietly but powerfully embedded in the everyday. It's not always flashy, but it's ever-present. A simple bowing of the head can hold centuries of etiquette. Seasonal customs like exchanging ochujin summer gifts or attending matsuri festivals in yukata are carried out with great precision. Even a modern Japanese might visit a Shinto shrine on New Year's Day or carry a good luck charm in their bag. Tea ceremony or flower arranging are not just hobbies. They reflect a national reverence. Tradition in Japan is not loudly announced. It's sustained through repetition, refinement, and a deep sense of duty to the past. In China, Cities like Hangzhou, Suzhou, and Ningbo are spearheading cultural revivalism that feels both rooted and modern. One of the clearest signs? The Hanfu movement, where young Chinese wear flowing dynastic-era clothing, sometimes just to grab coffee or take photos by a canal. Neo-Chinese design has also taken off, blending Ming Dynasty aesthetics with streetwear cuts and minimalist color palettes. Zhejiang Province is home to dozens of intangible cultural heritage museums, which highlight silk making, incense crafting, and ancient tea rituals. Yet you'll also see these traditions turned into TikTok-ready performances or luxury branding. In a world where East Asians are seen as the same, these small differences remind us just how distinct, layered, and culturally rich Japan, Korea, and China really are. From responding to compliments to how someone walks through a crowd, each tells a quiet story of history, values, and self-expression. So the next time you meet someone from East Asia, take a moment. Listen not just to what they say, but how they move, text, smile, and carry tradition. And maybe then you'll figure out that vibes truly do not lie.